It was very much back and forth until Rare Adam were finally able to get themselves onto map point in the end of the second overtime, and then closing it out nicely. MT time, joined by Michael Yumi Cassidy as we head into map number 2 of the ESL Challenge League Season 45 regular season. Rare Adam versus Clutch Gaming. Nuke the pickup of Rare Adam as they look to try and close out in just the 2 maps, but it will be the lower bomb site that is swiftly populated by the CTs as well. Clouden good for 1, Clouden good for 2, Clouden will finally fall.
Good stuff from him, considering it was a bit of a slow rotate in from ramp, but Champion also ends up kind of empty-handed. These ramp players able to find so much success. Advent a dink, but will not finish off his frag. Clutch Gaming able to actually counteract that fast dive through those vents. I thought the ramp players wouldn't get there to actually deal with it or prevent a plant, but Rare Adam, yeah, surprisingly don't get too much from that.
I am also just coming to terms with the realization, Michael, that I am going to be casting Nuke off the default radar and not the double layered one, so I'm about to be tested.
All right, just don't think too hard about it. You also have the freedom to like check the numbers. You know, you can do your own observing to a certain degree when you have doubts.
There's a reason why I'm a commentator and not a caster. Oh, what?
Wait,
Not an observer, not an observer. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't be a commentator either.
It's like, wait a second, now it does the same thing.
Oh. Long range dings, but it's 9-10 and news to come out on top. Rare Adam, as much as you might be thinking Nuke is a CT-sided map, remember, Rare Adam is probably a T-sided team on this map. I am curious to see whether Advent wants to continue his maniacal assertions into a different map that is not Inferno, but let's wait and find out.
Yeah, it is kind of wild, right? You know, we've seen against some top teams, hell, even against not top teams. I remember Renewal being able to beat them on this map as well, right? You know, we've had Rare Adam get upset on this map a few times, but you know, I think that the CT side has been more the issue. You're definitely right on that mark. Kaze, what a shot. I mean, New's partial blinded. He tried to get his way over towards Secret, and Kaze didn't wait around, didn't mince his bullets. Little cross, and Jamyang does take a tag. He wasn't even the one that initially made the noise, but he's the one that gets ringed in the back. I mean, this is a very hard position to play out here from Clutch. No one's made their move towards the lower side of the map. You have Mercury and Jamyang already perusing that area. The only problem for Rare Adam will be about how these players actually link up with them, whether they attack ramp or if they'll even be given the opportunity, because Cloudon's been very proactive in prior rounds. They not wait for the aggression to come to him.
Double swing being planned out. Wants to be sure that he's got the quick switch ready on the USB as well. As Mosaic crouch peeks forward, it is crouching into the grave. Flashbang will do absolutely nothing. A re-smoke means that it is just Cloudon's territory that he is still looking to gain more of, encroaching into T side. It should be another 2 freebies awarded to him. Not quite able to catch the timing on Advent, but that's IZR to come through and pick it up from inside the bomb side. Second kill, maybe. Jamyang has been tagged. The grenade won't be doing him any favors. And he does move out, picks up the bomb, and fortunately Stardust is right next to them, so finds him through the smoke.
Yeah, and well handled as well. I mean, these 3 kills from Cloudon. He has really been a major propellant, you know, one of the newer additions. And I remember when we first got to sort of catch Clutch in the playoffs last season, you know, wasn't expecting too much from any of the players that we know hadn't really seen too much of. You know, I think Hastika was definitely the one that we were talking about a lot because of the rumors about him joining the Mongols, which ended up becoming true. And Hastika, like, majorly overperformed. I don't think Cloudon, you know, statistically in previous teams has been, like, a real, like, major standout player. He's had, obviously, good moments. He's always, I think, hovering above, like, a 1.0 rating. But, you know, he's really just been a complete nuisance when it's come to dealing with it on Rare Adam. In fact, he'll just finish off a whole damn ace against pistols. He didn't move a muscle, and he just found every single head.
I think flexing does count as moving, Michael, because he was flexing the muscle.
It's just crazy to think like how crisp both Hastika was in like the later part of Clutch was for them, even though he wasn't like a crazy fragging player. Now Cloudon as well is just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take control of maps.
To be honest, I do think Clouden was definitely someone who slipped the net consistently. He looked like he was one of the better players on every team he was actually on. It's just his team never found so much overall success.
Yeah, I guess.
And it did feel like he was one of those players. Jam Young, nice kill found. 9-10 is a part of the drive-by. Jam does like to go for that peak very often. Just try and find ground back to hell. And with that, such a damn nuisance, but Clouden is just faster.
Yeah, this is just the thing. It's, you know, it's like this. He's never been touted as like a superstar, but like the way that he's been playing, he actually is making like some very. These are the types of plays you want superstars to make.
How old is he? I'm gonna check this up right now. He's 22. That's not bad. You know, that's definitely. He's still got another 3 years of potential superstardom to come through if he ends up being a late bloomer. News moves through for one, but it is Stardust who's the one to bring it right back to a 2-on-2. Kaze and Mosaic both being as low as they are makes this a whole lot trickier. Unfortunately for Aziar, he has overlooked the sideline. Stardust drops the bomb though, and that should be the round there and then, unless Mosaic can just get a crispy shot through. Stardust, does he realize Mosaic is right back over the corner? Seems to be aware of that idea, and another quick adjustment is all you need.
Yeah, I mean, great recognition there from Stardust. As soon as he loses his teammate, you know, preventing them from wrapping back into those vents, he was just hot on their heels. You know, Kaze had to be lightning fast, and his little legs couldn't carry him fast enough away from the dust of the stars. 5-0 start here from Clutch, and it's really proving to be a bit of a struggle here for Rare Adam to come out ahead in these duels. You know, you look at the kills on their side. They've got 6 between them.
Advent is not sure about what wall of smokes that they actually want to throw. So the first one is down, and it is bloomed a full 8, maybe 9 seconds before the second one is going to land. So this is going to be a rough crossing. He doesn't go for the full Fanatics. Instead, he goes for the more default split. Interesting. Might come back to discuss that later on. News, however, man to be discussed here and now. Molotov does at least give him one posthumously, but that is actually the bomb that he dropped initially. Stardust can cover off as well. Advent and Jamyoung. Last one's left alive.
Trade. Oh, and a double here from Jamyoung. Gets his hands on an AK. He's got bomb, and he can actually reset over towards that A bomb site. They have to consider that as well on Clutch. Decon door open, so a little bit of an inkling that it should be the lower side. But 9-10 still committed towards heaven, and I don't think Clouden quite realized that Jamyoung was on his side of the map. Jamyoung clearing for the fight, but Clouden's too sharp. 12th kill for him, and he's averaging a double every round. Rare Adam cannot get anything on the board. They haven't even been getting plants.
So in the previous round, Advent actually started off throwing what looked to be, you know, the 3 smokes from the single point. I just call that Fnatic diagonals, where one player just smokes up all 3 of the diagonal wall. But instead, he decides to go into the traditional 2 smoke for the secret cross, and that delays their crossover quite a bit. I wonder what the reasoning behind that was. Now, Advent trying to accelerate through. They will be getting that first entry. A bomb site has been found wanting, and it will continue to want a little bit more defense.
Well, after the slaughter in the opening 6, it feels like finally Rare Adam have broken through a 5-on-3 that Clutch Gaming aren't even considering. They're spread out, they're already saving their weapons. When you lose the A site so rapidly, it is kind of like losing B on Inferno. You know, just feel like you're too separated. Suddenly you have to really position yourself to make any of this utility work. They even boosted Jamyoung Heaven as well to siphon off rotates, so had they gone, it could have been a little dangerous. 1 kill on the exit, but News loses his life. Getting out and saving that gun was the priority, but Rare Adam will certainly take what they have been given. First round, a nice change of pace and hyper-aggressive. Clutch just couldn't hold their spots, couldn't hold topside.
When you look over towards the kills on Clutch as well, it is kind of nuts just to see, oh yeah, 3, 6, 7, 12.
Yeah.
I know it's slightly inflated because of the anti-half by Ace, but that in itself is nothing short of impressive. Maybe the call just is dodge out from ramp, don't face off against Cloud. Chance may be found from Mosaic. Jamyoung is accelerating. He's been great at finding these picks, but News has got one before he goes down. And 910's position is unexpected. Kaze tagged up through the wall as well. And a second shot with the USP connecting later on brings him down to just a 20.
They didn't realize someone was already down so deep. You know, 910 was consistently firing off bullets, and the only reason they get the information is because a Molotov and a smoke now greets Clouden in at ramp. Kaze, open plant, that Molotov protecting him from the left side peak. 3-on-4, and they're clustered up. It's only a ramp assault for this retake.
Yeah, these flashes are going to be doing some wonders to delay them. A second this smoke goes down, it will just be Mercury to try and defend up against literally everyone. Mercury has to put up a showing of a lifetime right now, though. Can't find anything. Deep damage dealt. It's Stardust to take down Mercury. And as Mosaic repositions backwards behind the smoke, Cloud is already ready to try and close it down. Kaze, not the best of positions to try and deny the bomb plant. And with Cloud covering it off, it will not be any questions asked whatsoever. 7th round secured for Clutch Day.
Yeah, Clouden came to the realization that he should be the one to tap it, considering he didn't have the kit, so just kept his wits about him, kept his gun prepared. And yeah, because the players were so low HP, Rare Adam felt like they had to be a little bit more cheeky about how they approached that post plant. Like you said, it had to be really Mercury that succeeded, but without him finding too much, you know, only one kill a pop. Clutch had the numbers to trade out. Outside smokes, this time it will be a leaning wall. Wow, great kill there from News. Had been punished previously by Kaze for the same cross. But no one will actually make use of those walls, that wall of smoke outside for Rare Atom. As soon as Jamyoung's dropped, Mercury's the last man that kind of holds down that sort of territory, but he's one-waying the smoke. Clouden 1-for-1 in at ramp, and already one that's super close. I have no idea how Mosaic has got here while they just dealt with Clouden. 910, yeah, just caught out by Mosaic, already so advanced. I literally have no clue how he got there.
Clouden must have been flashed initially or something like it, and then in the meanwhile, Mosaic just cheats spots, but there's no other real possibility for it. Mercury, however, despite Mosaic's sneaky beaky antics, is still going to be found out, and that is the advantage delivered to Clutch once again. 3-on-2, players not quite on the right bomb side for the CTs, but even setting up for a retake should not be the worst thing in the world. It is Stardust in a pretty solid position to recover and reclaim the A-bomb site from Heaven. 35 seconds, and they should start to suss it out soon, though.
Such a deep angle from Stardust as well. So, yeah, they won't quite get a sight line in until this bomb is down. Not unless IZR is fast through to main and Rare Atom take too long. They're not giving themselves a whole lot of wiggle room. They're still so concerned about the potential of a lobby reaggress, and Stardust has actually revealed his hand. Mosaic back in the bomb site finds IZR, and now suddenly another player left to find. News in from those vents, doesn't quite make that rotate immediately, and now Mosaic none the wiser. Where on earth is he coming from? High ground taken, and News is caught jumping. Mosaic took the fight straight up, and it's a critical clutch for a second Rare Atom round.
Fortunately for them, it also comes in with Clutch Gaming's money being completely reset. Stardust is the only person with any sort of economy at all. 8,800 is what he's got on him. Will be able to drop a couple of rifles as well. So Rare Atom, despite the incredible struggle that they have faced so far, are in position to start bringing it back on their team side. You know, just if they win this round, 5 should be pretty much guaranteed there and that.
It's a big if, considering Rare Atom has been very hit or miss in these rounds, and 910 already cuts them down. So much damage onto these players, even transitioning the vent. Mercury barely surviving, but they do get down and with the bomb.
Problem's going to be 910 on the outside angle. He actually ends up phasing backwards in from Secret. So Rare Atom with Kaze and Mosaic both trying to lurk in from outside for a late hit and catching off rotations. Might be still in a good position. 910, though, is about to catch off one of them. Just complete knife out running forward. 5-on-3 in the retake, about to be turned into a 5-on-2. Clouden's got the frag. Easy does a defuse as well, as just close behind. Jamyoung, good for 1. Make it 2. Around the corner comes 3, and he's just not ready for IZR. 8 will be secured for Clutch Gaming, and the must-win for Rare Atom has become an instant loss.
Yeah, this was exactly what I was concerned about. You know, they try to go for an accelerated pace, and you know, just having an extra rifle there on the Clutch side. 910 did the most. You know, only a couple of kills, but He got all the information. He weakened them up for a lower side hit. He was very fast on his rotate down towards those secret steps that ultimately got him another free kill. Just superbly done. They've got another one loaded in the tank. We're at him another buy. More rifles, and they'll try and go for it once again. This will be the instant leading wall, the one that you were talking about before. Good smoke will be very delayed in its assembly, but shouldn't be too much of a concern for Rare Adam. They can still allow Mercury to try and perform his duties, running interference. Considering all those resources, still Clutch have not been convinced that lower is actually under attack.
Use's positioning is going to be such a big problem for them. IZR's also got a Molotov even now left ready for a hunt if they want to deliver that one in. Muse can try and push through from behind the smoke as well. Clouden is lining up for that flashbang to try and pop him in. And IZR, that Molotov gives up the entire jig as they start to move fast. They smoke it as well. IZR knows they're about to come over. Mosea, quick headshot, looking for more. Does spot out Clouden, but decides not to contest. Might be a wise decision with how hot this man's hand has been. On outside, though, it's Kaze. I mean, his death once again to 910's hands. News, opportunity found, but not capitalized on. Still able to recover a potential loss deal.
All about whether Mercury can actually stop them from rotating in too successfully. One kill is good. 910 already siphoned, and Jamyoung as well holding for decon. Stardust is still caught up inside the vents, but Clouden has been a big man to find. In from ramp, he struck again, and a 2-on-2 that Stardust catches Jamyoung just trying to transition to safer angles. Mercury, last man standing. There is a kit available on Stardust, and he might just want to stick it. Clouden's had the sharpest of hands, and he's going to put full faith that he has him completely covered, but Mercury finds the angle. Clouden couldn't quite succeed, and now he has to stick it as well. Mercury might not have the angle. He was running out of bullets, but he's got it exactly where he needs to. A third round and a triple kill for Mercury. These rounds for Rare Adam are so close.
Every single one of them seems like it should have just slipped out of their fingers by then. Rare Adam, off the back of some great clutches from Mosea and Mercury, they found 3 and again have put themselves in a position to reset the economy. You'd hope to God that they actually go ahead and do it this time, because otherwise Slouch Gaming, they cannot keep getting away with they can't keep getting away with it,
yeah.
Right? Is sort of what you're thinking. But maybe they can. Maybe I'm just wrong about that one.
It will just be back-breaking. You know, this time they wouldn't have another buy loaded up for Rare Adam. Unless they get a plant down to some capacity. Oh, what is News up to? What is News up to? Jamyoung's holding for exactly that peak. And, you know, News has been able to get kills pretty consistently on CT sides, but I think even on Inferno, you know, he felt like the guy that was probably the most exploited somehow.
Oh my god, he almost gets that one as well. Jamyoung now just going for the full cross back over to Secret. Does not want to contend with the Deagle too heavily. It's a 3-on-3. And remember, Mercury being as low as he is, Clouden might just finish him off here. And now using the mobility to perfection. And backing off soon after. Grenade is ready. Wants to deploy it, but will just be caught up for 9.
Surely they don't get away with it. Surely not. ICR had a chance, and Jamyoung a headshot. The Kaze clutch, and he's again a slow roller here on Nuke, but they line up. The spray's perfect, and he spotted 910. Close range, the Deagle won't cut it. Kaze's come back with another close round for Rare Adam. I can't believe it.
I know you're saying they can't get away with it for Clutch Gaming, but I feel like it's more applicable to Rare Adam at this point. Just what is going on this B bomb site? What kind of god are they praying to right now? Because it just seems like it's all being fulfilled. Everything they asked for. Can we get a 1v3? Can we get a 1v4? Can we get a 1v3 from our player who's only had 1 kill so far?
Yeah, he's only had 1 kill up until that point. Oy vey. And now onto USPs. It's a stack on A, and Advent blinded.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's all fine. No, they're okay. They're okay. Oh, wait, no, Clouden's back in with another kill. Oh my goodness. It's another 1v1.
He's got a Deagle. This is the USB. Is Mosaic not looking into him? No! Rare Adam, you've got to stop giving it up like that. The stack, the USBs, lack of armor, lack of everything, but no lack of firepower. Apparently, Clouch Gaming still come out and clean up. Michael, you speak oh so soon.
They caught... Advent caught a team flash. I think it was Advent, right? I'm pretty sure he was out there trying to entry for the squad. He caught a team flash. So that's a free kill. And I thought Mercury was going to sweep up, man. I thought for sure. There was no way that fell apart, but... I mean, confidence has to be rocked. A nice double kill here from Clouden, and at least they get their hands on a rifle, but it's double kills galore. News right there to the party. He's been hyper mobile. You know, that's, you know, I'm saying he's been exploited to a certain degree. He's put himself in some spots where, you know, he's only kind of guaranteed 1 kill and to go traded. And maybe that's all you need from him, but you know, that's the kind of mobility that's been really helping out here on the CT side, reinforcing areas where needed. For Adam, 4 rounds.
I would like to point out that Clouded is on 23 kills.
Oh no, yeah, I don't think that we've kind of missed that one. He was honestly just owning it. On 12 kills before any of his teammates had even really broken past 6, so.
And a lot of this is coming on retakes, by the way. So it's not even like, oh yeah, wait, they're just running into me on ramp, hee hee ha ha, I'm good aimer. No, it's a lot of retakes. A lot of important rounds that he is delivering on.
Yeah, retakes and holds. You know, he's been locking things down over at ramp, and now he's got his hands on an AWP. It's a double AWP setup, in fact, for Clutch Gaming in this final round of the half. Wow, bunny hopping. He's shooting right at him, and News is gone. The AWP of Clouden finds nothing. Zilch squats the bomb down now for Rare Adam in a man advantage.
Jack diddly squat. 3 on 5, and it seems like some of the medicine is about to be shoved down Rare Adam's throat. Kaze finds yet another one, and Clouden's AWP is going to be in a non-existent position as it misses out the first shot and the first shot. This is a maniacal game, but Rare Adam has somehow secured themselves the 5th round as we go into the second half with still a lot of questions on our mind, and I don't know if any of them will be answered. Let's wait for the break to find out.
Don't speak for a couple of weeks. I'll be in his place till he calls and says he's sorry. This situation's on repeat. It's like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, what you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left hearing you say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue? I'm feeling kinda used, yeah, like a drug that you take when you're sick of crying all your tears away. Is that all I am? All I want is for you to be happy. You know this ain't healthy. Do I make you happy? How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, what you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen.
We had some crazy business in the first half, but maybe we can put that all to the side going to the second one. Clouden looked absolutely insane, and Rare Adam looked like they were a little bit crazy sometimes. But maybe it's time to see what this will be delivering. Jam Young, solid start off, will be able to smoke himself off and retreat as well. News on the other side of the map is looking slightly worse for wear, but as the T side do take control of hell, they will just be looking to find in a bit more ground back to the A-bomb side. IZR with the quick double. Looked like he should never have been allowed to get away with that, but Advance turned it around with a double of his own. Advantage maintained. IZR still keeps it going. Jamyoung's demise, and Kaze will be revealing position very soon. IZR's gone, and it's a one-on-one. Kaze needs to get out another big clutch in this round.
News has already dinked him, knows he's low, and trying to keep tabs on his position. News was ready for the crack peak angle. Bomb dropped in a very compromising spot. The fact that Kaze has that one under his feet now, moving up to heaven. News, I mean, how do you read this? How do you completely cut Kaze off? He just needs a couple more bullets to connect.
There's so many different angles you could come out from as well. This is so frustrating for News, but he still comes out with a headshot. 11 secure for Clutch despite a great effort from Advent and Jamyoung. IZR just tops it out with one more.
Yeah, I mean, the IZR kills were really what kept them in the round, because Rare Adam were doing a great job of cutting down their numbers, if not for him. A nice little 180 punished Mosea trying to get himself up the vents, and then the kill on Hut was phenomenal. They're kind of looking like we may have an argument to be made about Clutch coming through here on our second map. You know, we might end up with traded maps selections. And it would definitely give us more evidence to our assumptions as to why this map is maybe falling out of the favor of Rare Adam. You know, this used to be their pick a lot domestically, and yeah, they've strayed away from it.
And now they just lose to anti-half buys and anti-USB buys, apparently.
Yeah, they've just been losing to teams that they know that they would once upon a time beat. You know, they were arguably the best team in the region on this map, and now that confidence has been knocked down several pegs.
I also think that some of the Rare Adam aura does seem to have reduced around them as well since the recent losses as well. Just more teams are willing to pick Inferno and Nuke into them. Clutch is obviously a team that is always happy to pick Inferno into anyone regardless. I will add that caveat. But yeah. No. Push forward. Ramp room is the destination of attack. And destination's got Jamyoung trying to stop the flight from coming in. Good first shot. Second's pretty solid as well. Question is, can he get a bit more out of the magazine? No. Bullets running out and he was going to die eventually. Stardust lurking back in. Keeps things at a 2-on-2 despite the initial frag from Jamyoung. Oh.
That looks a bit quite simple there. This 2-on-1 will be hard to navigate. Yeah, scout for this retake. You just can't fancy his chances. And Kaze even throwing it away. There a better gun to find? Yeah, there's a rifle en route. There is an AK. And he's saving.
I know that you can't see these team pictures, Michael, but Stardust has like a really cute picture of Hastika just sitting in the player booth at the RMR looking super happy. Clearly a lot of love still there from former teammates and former Argo owners. Honestly, that's really great to see. You can sometimes be a little bit sour, a little bit bitter about one of your better players or more experienced players leaving you, but hey man, you gotta celebrate his victories like they're your own.
No, I mean, I think from what I could tell, you know, even from players that had once upon a time been with the Mongols, for example, you know, all seem to be quite happy that they made it, to the major. You know, I don't think they have any ill will that they are there instead of them. You know, they'd obviously want to be in that spot, in that position, but I think they're just happy of their respective countrymen. You know, there's a lot to be proud of from the Mongolian region.
Now, what I would have got to count on is score, but hey, that's a separate conversation. Obviously, wound a little bit, maybe more fresh. Jam Young looking to peek out and forward. Flashbang is going to keep him at bay, but he's still good for 2. Makes it look comfortable, gets the bomb out as well, so the remaining players will be slightly more awkward. IZR's position revealed, and remember now with the rifles recovered, he's about to be put underneath some heavy fire. Jam Young goes ahead and picks up another one. Stardust, looking like he's just dust, is likely to be blown away soon as well.
He's the only healthy player, and Kaze will deploy a fresh smoke because there's one right in front of him. Wants to recover that as well. No point wasting resources. Just impossible to crack this one, surely. Jamyang has so much territory held underneath his watchful eyes, and Kaze actually turned away from the smoke. May have lost the timing on that dissipating, and suddenly, you know, there is a way back in. If Rare Adam had simply held their spots, there was almost no way to crack this nut.
Okay, peek forward. Jam Young's got the timing. Now on for the full ace. Stardust on a single point of HP will make it slightly easier for him, but with the AK in hand, this is going to be a timing found. Shuts him down. A one-on-one bomb can be collected and taken in to vent as well. Mosea is watching out for exactly that. And with the time ticking down low, please tell me this is not a round where Stardust manages to magically pull together a 1v2 clutch on a single point of HP.
He will. He might.
Mosea doesn't land the shot. He only needed one breath onto Stardust's body. One breath, my god. Rare Adam, how many rounds are you going to throw?
I simply don't understand. They had to bleed out so much of that clock, and sure they were concerned about, you know, getting wrapped from somewhere, but they had everything pretty much cut off. And then they just lose timings. Kaze's been... I will say, Kaze's been very uncharacteristic of his usual play style and form in this series. Inferno was nothing really to really write home about, and this map has been more of the same. Kaze will finally find news, though, in at ramp and a couple swings at it. Get some damage for his efforts, and yeah, maybe looking to recover at the very least. He was a slow starter, but he had his impact more in the overtime rounds on Inferno. We can't hopefully wait that long on this map. Clutch already much closer to that finish line.
Overtime seems like a fantasy for Rare Adam at this point. TT-sided map, yada yada yada, all of that stuff, sure. Okay, granted. But it is a 13-5.
Yeah, and it's just not how Rare Adam have also been winning their nukes more often than not. You know, their T-sides usually contribute quite heavily to their score lines. A lot more legwork. It's a steep hill, and now the exec over at Egg. That's a timely Molotov, and Stardust actually getting caught trying to wrap through main. Mosea's got him pinned.
Kaze on the retreat, needs to find a few more over here. Potentially could end up falling. Stardust gets a big one. Mosea thought he had him down to right, but instead, not quite as deadly. Stardust, AK recovered right on time. Kaze is looking oblivious to what is going on and the potential around him. Unfortunately, that call of Stardust is slipping through the net completely. Clouden as well stays alive, and Jam Young tagged up through the glass, saved by it. In fact, 9-10 repeaks over. That's a mistake. But he needed to try and instigate some action. Stardust, oh my god, is he going to end up finding more? Advent is completely unaware of where he's coming in from. Stardust has managed to find 3 kills from impossible situations. He's now on for trying to go for the ace. Needs to be able to find it. And fortunately for Reata, Mercury will shut down any prospects. But my god, he was a menace around the map.
Yeah, I felt like Stardust had some kind of invisibility cloak on because he just kept on catching players off guard. Wasn't a kit defuse there for Mercury, and it is a bit close, but if they really needed to, Jamyang would have jumped on it. Yeah, these are not looking like pretty rounds here for Reatam. Good couple of kills from Kaze, but like you said, just kind of lost about where the remaining players were, where Stardust was in particular, and that might not be his fault. You know, that could just be Mosea relaying a bad comm, because I think that he was last spotted inside of main instead of, you know, no information about where he was transiting to, but Kaze had to be the one to piece that one together. 9-10 is struck with the Deeg. It's one of 3 coming into this round, but they didn't invest armor alongside it. The hopes aren't too high.
I don't know, man. I'm not counting them out of anything.
I know. We had that USP round in the first half. I get it.
Especially because with how bad Rare Adam's money is, the objective is clearly not to win the round. It is to get 2 more kills. And that is very viable, even in a 3-on-4.
Yeah, make them lose money, and also hopefully gain money. You know, if they can get a plant down, that would be nice as well.
Oh. Thought for a second Mercury got 2 of those.
I did as well. You know,
that would have been kind of nuts. Well, Rare Adam accomplished the objective. Players kept alive. Clouded. No shenanigans. Bomb can be planted though. No, never mind. I've read the map wrong. Jamyang is down in lower. See, Michael, this is the
they
problem
caught
with the
you.
radar.
They got you. And you all along. We have the technology. Or at least I do.
Yeah. Oh, another half buy.
Well, they didn't really half buy last round. They only just bought pistols and absolutely
Fine,
nothing
but
else.
another round where they haven't actually bought.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's pistols.
Okay. And with the Tech 9, this might be an accelerated push back over to the A side. A quick pop through would not be too unexpected, and it seems like that is exactly what the plan is. Advent, though, covering off nicely. Good for 3. Mercury on his side will be able to come through and provide the quick 2. Oh my god.
That's lovely movement there from Advent, by the way. You know, usually when we talk about movement, we're thinking about, you know, making jumps and getting nice strafes around corners. But even just from when he takes initial contact and the way that he's sort of strafing around the site, it makes it very difficult for Clutch to actually hunt down that trade. Even if you swing out the way that you're supposed to, you know, I think the traditional entry paths, one jumps out to the right, one sort of hugs the tight left wall so you can clear the site effectively. That far left player is actually not going to be able to see Advent for the longest of times until he's ready to expose himself. So, great way of controlling the fights from what is a very exposed position. The slow burner. Clutch didn't have early plans. No smokes outside, no nades top hut. Nothing to condition Rare Adam in the early phases, but now they move back to spawn to actually throw those walls of smokes. And so now it will be a bit of a guessing game here for Rare Adam. They haven't gotten anyone too aggressive. They do have Mosea out towards Secret, so if they do attempt the cross, could be in for a nasty surprise.
Oh, Mosea. Like some Stardust. Quite nice to see. Mosea will be going in for a little bit more as well. Grenade to keep him low. 40 HP is all he's been left with. And the 5-on-3 now.
Make that 2.
Looking a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, there was a bit of hesitation there from Kaze. He wasn't sure about whether to go up or down the ladder, but I think after Moseo was telling him he gave up his spot outside, that's when Kaze took responsibility of it. This is pretty much a done deal. Last time I said it in a 2-on-3, but this time a 1-on-5, as IZR is also found trying to catch someone off guard. Uses saving. Which this save, wow. I'm a little torn about.
I'm probably in agreement with you, but the only thing is that if Clutch Gaming want to try and just halfway around it and see if they can do a bit more damage, I would not be surprised to see them run away with a fair bit. One thing to mention, though, Michael, is the fact that Clouden is now on 24 kills when he was on 22, I believe, to end the 23, maybe, actually, to end the first half. So clearly that CT side defensive posturing that was giving them so many rounds is no longer present. Who will be stepping up in his place?
Well, they would certainly hope it's news. It's been pretty consistent. Like I said, maybe a little too active around the map, sometimes punished for it, but given that he's got the AK, it'll be a nice hand to find a kill. 9-10 will not succeed in dealing with the AWPer in at ramp. We're right about the half buy. I didn't realize I'd actually kind of lost track of the loss bonus to a certain extent here for Clutch, so they've gone for what is actually not too unconventional. Sometimes you see this one buy and the rest half around it. We'll have a full buy and maybe News has to bow out, but that's all contingent on whether or not they lose the round, and it seems like that is exactly what is on the forecast. So Weatherman didn't lie. Stardust a 1-on-5 and no bomb, no friends, probably no round.
Well,
no head.
Looks like the day isn't too good for Stardust. Ooh, News goes for the Galil. Galil smoke flash instead of going in for something like a Tech 9. I'm a big proponent of the Tech 9 on Nuke, personally. I do think it's a very good weapon on the T side. Much better than the Mac 10 for my money, but hey. Galil isn't too bad either. Deep Molly, nade, heavy outside control, looking to be contested by Rear Adam initially. Jamyoung is now able to cheat past the smoke and play the close angle near Squeaky, and now even pushing through IZL on the retreat, and Mosea's got all ears open, wide open. Meanwhile, this push through from Jamyoung is about to give him the first fruits. I do believe he is getting in behind IZL. No, IZL's on top of the roof, so not quite the same position, but at the very least, Jamyoung will be able to tell when there's a fake being thrown out, if that ends up being the case with utility from the upper bomb side. Kaze re-peeking back over might be dangerous. Lots of players, but he's good for every single one of them. Bomb dropped as well, and they simply cannot punish. Kaze is very much reappearing on the server.
Yeah, welcome back, Kaze. I think they definitely missed you here on Rare Adam, and Clutch are now in for a world of hurt. Let's also set this condition. 10-5 half on Inferno. We had to go to double overtime, and Rare Adam won that map. Clutch had an advantage. They were closer to the finish line consistently on that map. And we enter here, another 10-5 half, coming away from their CT side into T. Sure, there are difficulties with playing T-side Nuke. I totally get it. But this is the second time that they've held a significant round lead, only for it now to be clawed out from under them. Now they're trapped here at 13 now. And Rare Adam are getting the activation that they've been waiting for. You know, the AWP is getting more involved. We have Jamyoung, who's been a stud throughout the series so far.
True. Closing in on Cloudon's stats as well, ever since Cloudon's quieted down in the second half.
And we don't need Advent to be a major accelerant to whatever fire that Rare Adam is trying to start up.
Good night. Advent might be needed, even if you say he isn't. At the A-side anchor, the A-side assault is Mercury. Now coming through, picking it all up. All the assists from Advent being used. His ADR might have been buffed, but the kills go out to Mercury. 12-13, man. And look, the other thing to also keep in mind is that I would argue that the Nuke first half from Clutch was maybe a little bit hollower than what we saw from Inferno, right? There was a couple of these half-buy wins, a lot of these half-buy pressures down to 1v1, a lot of these 3v1s being lost out as well. So, Yeah, this is always felt like maybe there's a chance, but with the raw numbers disparity, I think we started, or I had definitely started to count Rare Adam out of it just a little bit, but now it's all down to this round, the gun on gun, the swing round, where should Clutch Gaming lose this one out, Rare Adam feels like not only the momentum, which they definitely already have under their wings, they would also just be able to run away with the lead.
It would just be crazy if Clutch go into both maps with big leads and they are burdened by it. This is one of those games that we don't expect to win in the ESL Challenger League. You face off against Rare Adam, you're kind of anticipating a loss, although they won't try their damnedest at it, and Clouden has at least found a kill coming into this round, so although it has been quieter here from this T side, a contribution that may end up paying off for Clutch. This man advantage will be hard to mitigate.
Almost no defensive utility as well available now for Rare Adam, so they will have to hold down the lines and hold the fort. Just firepower. Mercury wants to provide a bit more of that in spades. Will be re-peeking back out over. 9-10 unable to punish, but a lot of damage out of Muse, who's once again now going back. Jamyoung holding off what could have been a big defense, but instead Clouden refrangs and retrades. Admin and Mosaic left alone. Admin making a whole lot of noise on the rotate back. I don't think there's anyone nearby to hear it. Door not open in time either. Mercury, Mosaic good for 2, and Admin just swings out from this side. The retake before the bomb could even be planted. Rare Adam recover.
Oh goddamn! Okay, I wasn't expecting Mosaic to just come in and swing and kill 2 there. Clutch looked like they were in a great position to actually hold off that plan. You know, there wasn't a Molotov or a smoke in at ramp. Had they played a bit more defensive, perhaps there was a way in which they're able to just provide that coverage and actually force Rare Adam into some uncomfortable duels, actually just splitting between both the site cover and ramp respectively. But they try to take control over control, and that's ultimately who comes back to bite them. God, this is gonna be heartbreaking. You know, Clutch just assembling this new iteration of the lineup.
Yeah.
And having some, honestly, they've had some pretty solid performances. I think their CT side, you know, you said there certainly could have gone better. You know, them winning a half buy, I think, kept it afloat. But yeah, you know, you say they lost 3v1s. They also got themselves into several 3v1s that they should have been able to win. You know, they looked very well rehearsed in that respect, even though they were sometimes leaving lower exposed. You know, that almost felt like that was something that they were accounting for. You know, sometimes we see teams completely disregard lower, even if outside smokes had gone down. It still felt like Clutch were keeping tabs on it.
Lantan is one who's fully bought into it. Mosaic is trying to push in through
What
the
is
smoke. The
this?
flashback would be great. Will not be coming. He just has it all on his own. Kaze's flash didn't even look like it really blinded them particularly. Half blind at best. And he's found 2. Mercury now called upon. Off angle. 9-10 expects it, but Advin trades it out. Going for another. Good for it as well. Clouden now all alone. 1 on 3. A lot to contend with. Admin on the other side is going to be the first casualty. Jamyoung cannot drop down. It has to be Kaze to hold off in case Clouden decides to commit over to the B-bomb site. With the door being open now, Jamyoung knows that he can commit through smoke down as well. Clouden trying to watch out for the back lines, but Jamyoung moving past will be able to come through on the flank as well. Clouden back over to A. Jamyoung doesn't spot it at all, and it will be a bomb plant on the upper site.
Can't believe he missed the timing. That is incredible here for Clouden. A real chance to win this clutch now because they're going to have to come up from that lower bomb site and they realize they've been hoodwinked. Somehow he slipped the net.
He's heard the knife on the wall as well, so he knows exactly where Kaze should be coming in from. Clouden, however, full repositioning backwards, is not going to be ready for Jamyoung to pop in through vents. It's a good position to be in. Can actually spot out Jamyoung in case there's some player nearby. Kaze now trying to get on. Jamyoung from behind is already dead. Kaze with a full defuse, though, has been given some space, but right at the nick of it. With barely a few milliseconds left, Clouden will deliver.
And this man's been quiet on T-sides. Now a 4K and a clutch at that. A 1-on-3 to break through what has been a very strong wall set up by Rare Atom on this CT side. Finally, they get a clutch to fall their way. Clouden has been an incredible standout, that's for sure. And maybe it's... I wonder if it might be too late. Kaze finds his first in its secret, and he doesn't escape. Thought he might be able to duck out in time, but News catches him airborne. Still a man advantage held here for Rare Atom. Advent's been a bit more active in these past few rounds as well. Mercury already cheated towards lower. He's left in charge of it. Didn't find much success in stopping the migration of Clutch Gaming players last time over. They look to try and rendezvous on the lower side. They're attacking ramp as well.
Great kill to find. Clouden's come through with the second one as well. That gives them a big advantage. 9-10, got to be careful. Danked in the back by his teammate. Mosea rotating back down. Will not be able to cut them off. The bomb will be planted as well. Double Molotovs available. And with a flashbang through, Clutch Gaming are knocking on the door of 15 already. It will be a very difficult road to retake. Mosea and Advent were good for a couple of these before. They don't know where exactly the bomb is being planted, so the Molotov goes a bit awry. And News is just trying to make a bit more noise. Advent not aware. News with the double.
He desensitized them to it. Just kept on opening and closing that door. They didn't know if he was swinging or not. And yeah, no one looking at him. That's really cheeky play, but well done there from News. I mean, his entry on the lower side was at the same time as and in sync with Clouden getting his entry over at ramp. It's just, what do? You're getting attacked from both extremities simultaneously. They do have another buy. You know, Rare Atom we're on quite a streak here on CT, but streaks ain't good. They ain't enough if you don't end up coming all the way back. Still a chance for an OT. We could have both maps fall into that category.
Through Jamyang. A little bit sloppy on the deal, but he does still come out on top. Jamyang's demise does open up the map a lot more. You can look at what Mercury is trying to go for. It is an equalizer. Slightly more aggressive posturing than he has adopted before. That is secret. And rotate back out over to the A-bomb side while the smoke is still here. Kaze misses out an opportunity on an outside pick. News is now going to be able to move back in. It is... Oh my god, they're not aware. Mosea doesn't know. The glass has been broken and he's just not ready. But the full push forward. News able to get another kill, and it is once more onto the B site.
This man advantage gets even further pushed by Clouden. 2-on-4, it's not looking likely. No OT, it seems to be. Nuke will call to a close. Or Adam, just not much into it. Clouden finds another, and it's only Kaze that remains, and he's found as well. Clutch being able to pull it through on Rare Atom's map pick. One of their staple maps